For years, Ats Lee Kilcher was a fan favorite on Alaska. The Last Frontier, the Discovery Channel hit that chronicled his family's off-grid life in the rugged Alaskan wilderness. He wasn't just another reality star. Ats Lee was the fearless frontman, climbing icy cliffs, braving sub-zero temperatures, and building remote cabins from scratch. His grit seemed unmatched. But away from the camera's gaze, the story was far more complicated. And eventually, it all caught up to him. This is the fall of Ats Lee Kilcher, a story of survival, scandal, and the end of a television legacy. Started with a near-death experience. In June 2015, Ats Lee was hiking through Otter Cove with a friend when he misstepped in the darkness and plunged off a 40-foot cliff. The injuries were catastrophic. Both lungs punctured. Ankles, hips, and ribs shattered. His arm was broken from the impact. For a moment, it looked like Alaska had claimed one of its own. Thankfully, his friend Mark had a satellite phone. A rescue team arrived by helicopter, racing him to the hospital. His wife, Jane, received the devastating call in the middle of the night, and what followed was a grueling journey of recovery that lasted over a year. From his hospital bed, Ats Lee shared updates with fans, revealing X-rays and raw photos. His message was clear: the experience humbled him. Though he couldn't hunt or build anymore, he remained grateful to be alive, surrounded by family and supported by fans. But that wasn't the end of his troubles. It was just the beginning. Ats Lee filed a lawsuit against Otter Cove Resort, blaming them for his fall and seeking $100,000 in damages. He argued there were no proper warning signs or safety measures in place. But the resort refused responsibility, stating the accident was a result of his own misjudgment while hiking. The legal battle drew mixed reactions. Was this accountability or an attempt to shift blame? But even this case was overshadowed by what came next, a criminal charge that stunned the show's loyal audience. It all traced back to 2014, during the filming of a bear hunting episode for Alaska, The Last Frontier. Unlike traditional hunts, this one involved a helicopter, something strictly forbidden under Alaskan hunting laws. State regulations ban the use of aircraft for spotting, transporting, or hunting game to preserve fairness and protect wildlife. Yet, Ats Lee and the production team used a chopper to access remote Bradley Lake during filming. How did authorities find out? A whistleblower, a medic hired for the shoot, tipped off wildlife officials. He claimed producers warned him not to tell the helicopter company that hunting would be involved. That tip reached Alaska Wildlife Trooper Trent Chilkowski, who later watched the aired episode and confirmed what he suspected. The Kilchers were filmed preparing for a bear hunt after being flown in. The production company, Wilma TV, insisted they didn't realize using a helicopter was illegal, comparing it to a prior episode filmed using a float plane. Ats Lee, meanwhile, told investigators that producers pressured him into participating, dismissing his concerns about the law. Though he didn't fire a weapon or kill a bear, the law was clear: transporting hunters by helicopter for game hunting, even scouting, is a violation. In February 2015, Ats Lee was fined $1,500. Wilma TV was slapped with a $17,500 penalty. While the charges were misdemeanors, the damage to his reputation was done. A survivalist who once symbolized resilience had now become entangled in controversy. The Discovery Channel stayed silent. The show went on. But Ats Lee didn't. His social media, once filled with rugged adventures and family life, fell quiet. And so did he. Then another blow: Ats Lee and Jane's marriage began to fracture. Their relationship, once a central emotional thread of the show, began to unravel behind the scenes. Fans who had followed their journey from the beginning were left stunned when rumors of their separation surfaced. Eventually, the divorce was confirmed, casting further uncertainty over the show's future. Around the same time, another member of the Kilcher family, Otto, faced a life-threatening injury. While details were kept private, the emotional and physical toll on the family was unmistakable. Cracks were beginning to show. By 2022, it was over. Alaska, The Last Frontier, after 11 seasons, was abruptly canceled. There was no grand finale. no farewell episode. No official reason from the network. But longtime fans pieced together the signs, the legal troubles, the mounting controversies, the personal losses. The same resilience that had defined the Kilchers for over a decade now seemed exhausted. What once felt like an authentic look into off-grid living now stood as a stark reminder that even reality television has limits. Behind the brave faces and snow-covered mountains were real people with real struggles, and no camera crew could film their way out of that. Ats Lee's journey, from wilderness icon to embattled reality star, serves as a cautionary tale. It's a story of survival in every sense of the word, not just against nature but against fame, pressure, and the consequences of decisions made in the spotlight. In the end, the last frontier wasn't just Alaska. It was the line between myth and reality, and for Ats Lee Kilcher, crossing it changed everything.